Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. This is my actual look for this week. No. This is my McDonald's look. I forgot to record my Prague look. I got about 50%, maybe probably more like 70% through colouring, and I went to look at my recorder, which is OBS, and I was like, oh boy. Yeah, no, I'm not recording. And obviously at that point there was like that point. But I will talk about the Prague look. Obviously this look comes from me saying I was gonna do a McDonald's look. It was fun, you know, it was a quick look. I sketched it and like put some flat colours down in like 15 minutes I think, and then I was like, I'm gonna paint it. So, but yeah, my Prague look, if you haven't seen it, I will probably put it in at the end, but it's not super relevant, so I might not. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do Gothic architecture. I knew I wanted to do a big gown. I haven't drawn enough big gowns. And I have been to Prague. I went to Prague when I was 16, so that is 7 years ago now, which is so fucking long. Jesus. So yeah, no, I have been to Prague. I've been to Prague Castle. I have really good memories of, which is where you've got all the, you know, the cool arches and the fanciness. It's a gorgeous, you know, it's a gorgeous city. Obviously my dress pulls very heavily on Gothic architecture with a nice dosage of Rococo and like Art Nouveau style stuff. You know, there's a lot of it in Prague. There's a whole Baroque movement. There's loads of Baroque churches in Prague, which personally I've never seen, but I had the honour of looking up whilst I was researching. My approach to research this week was interesting. I tried to look up architecture dresses, architecture fashion, and you got an odd mix of stuff. I think what really inspired me to do my look was I don't have it open, but there was this like wooden carved corset, which obviously is nothing like what I ended up doing, since I went very much more on the Rococo side with all the pearl inlays, but I was just like, yeah, I want to do like architecturally inspired looks. And looking them up was actually really hard, because you got a really weird mix of kind of like Project Runway style, let's go to New York, let's go out in New York style dresses, to like really obvious stuff, to some really nice stuff actually that was like a nice, you know, balance. Obviously mine is probably not what you'd call a wearable version. I mean, you can wear it obviously, but it's not like, let's go to the shops. I mean, maybe you could go to the shops in my gown. It's about 8 feet wide and probably kills Winnie's hips. I can't imagine having to wear that. So yeah, so I sketched it. I have traditional sketches for it, which I'll post in the comments. You'll see that I didn't really do too many variations on it, because I spent quite a lot of time researching, looking at corset structures. I wanted all of the structures to be quite mimicky of Gothic architecture. So like all the pearl inlays are all in the shapes of windows, all the detailing on the corset, like all the stuff's meant to look like a Gothic architecture window in the great heights of Prague Castle. And also there's all the flowers, which is very, which I think hit a nice balance between Rococo and Art Nouveau. I mean, I had a lot of Art Nouveau artwork open whilst I was doing stuff. I drew tons of flowers, not a single one is copy or pasted. I drew them all. Originally there was more planned, but it looked so busy. Like the entirety of the top part of the skirt was covered in flowers, but I after I drew them all in, 8 hours later, it looked really bad. So obviously we got the scaled back look to just a few flowers with some leaves, which I think works a lot better. Obviously there's all the flowers in her hair as well, which was super fun. I love drawing flowers. It's very tedious, but I do love doing it. Lots of peonies. It's peonies and roses primarily is what I looked up. Like, basically wedding bouquets. I basically looked up wedding bouquets. And obviously the giant pearl necklace. Her makeup was it's a bit of a funny one. I like knew that I wanted to do this heavy, soft blush look straight away, and I wanted to put the white powder on the face because it was very of the time, the porcelain skin. And she had a mint eye. I don't know how well it translates in the final image after colour correcting and other stuff, but she had like mint eyeshadow on. I wanted to keep it very soft. I didn't want like heavy makeup because everything else was very heavy, and keeping the face light I think was. And yeah, and all the ruffles. God, the ruffles took so long. I'm quite glad I didn't record it in some ways because I took some really big shortcuts that were really lazy and probably undermine how detailed the look actually looks. Like, you guys can't see how lazy my colouring got. There was a lot of fussing. I mean, that image was big. In the end, a lot of layers. Like, all the line art was on separate layers. Colouring was all on separate layers. It's about... I haven't got the file open, but it reached a good few hundred, which is a lot for me. I don't normally work above like 20. I don't like working on lots of layers. I get very confused because I don't name my layers. I actually had to start naming my layers for the progress, which just proves how big it is. I mean, the file size itself, it was about double A4. I think I was working about A3 size in terms of pixels, so that's like... I can't remember off the top of my head. It might have even been bigger because I won't be able to draw, you know, all the pearl stuff, all the necklace, all the leaves, you know, all the everything with detail. And there was a few times when I was saving it, I was like, it's gonna die. But yeah, I got it done mostly before the results on Sunday, because oddly enough I didn't think I'd be in the bottom. But I guess if I'd gone, I'd be free. I'll talk about a little bit about my McDonald's look also here. So a lot of this is on, I did the bulk of the painting on one layer, and then for other bits I would layer up, so like the patterns on a separate layer, the bell collars on a separate layer. It's just, you know, it's easy, you know, you make new layers as you need to make your life easier. Like, I love one layer painting, but there's no point in punishing yourself by doing it if you can make your life easier with more layers sometimes. The makeup I fussed on for ages, and one of my regrets with this McDonald's look is making her eyes so dark, because when you zoom out, and I'm pretty sure it's in this video, but I might have fiddled with it post this video because I was okay with it at first, and then the more I looked at the look I was like, no, because it's so, like, so obvious. You know, it was, because nothing else is that dark. Like, that is the only black in the entire, like, look. Like, everything else is softened down because there's no black lines. And it just stood out so much. Obviously the idea for the look was one red eye, one yellow eye. It's not, you know, alternates like the rest of the look. The eyebrows, looking at them now in the recording, I'm like, boy, they are cousins. They are not even close to being sisters. They got a little bit further away from me than I thought they did. Which is an interesting one, because that obviously wasn't planned. I didn't plan a lot of this out. You know, it was a quick paint. I think the Madonna's took me an hour to paint like this. You know, it's super rough. It's not detailed. And I'd already sketched it, so I guess this look took probably like an hour 20 total to do this McDonald's look. Obviously it's inspired by Harlequin Jesters. You know, I thought about going for the Commedia look for a clown, but obviously clowns draw from many places. So this is my adorable McDonald's look. As you can see, I'm fiddling about with stuff. So here's the final look. As you can see, yeah, I did soften the eyes in the end. I do wish they were a tiny weeny bit softer, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with it. That leg could do with more neatening, but I've got uni work to do. I shouldn't even been doing a second look. So I will see you guys next week. Have a good week. Bye.